The Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
And when we talk about the league's elite defenders, Drew Holiday is certainly up there.
Yeah, that's for sure, Greg. I mean, I think it's a lot to do with how much pride he takes in playing defense. I mean, he's locked into shutting down whoever he's defending. He looks at it as a challenge, and I really appreciate and respect his hard-nosed approach. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
The kick out to Holiday. Offline with his three. And the Timberwolves with possession. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Brown. Now here is Holiday. And the layup falls.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Out left to the wing. Towns for three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's White. The kick out to Holiday. Left side, Brown. Porzingis. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Outside, Towns. With the drive. Just 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Holiday.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
And with Towns, we're looking at one of the best three-point shooting big men in the NBA, Clark. He is something to watch.
He really is, and when you add in everything else he does, Kevin, he's one of the best players in the league, period. Boy, that is some kind of heads-up basketball from Holiday. He does not sleep on the wide-open man and found him perfect.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. And Edwards with the stuff.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Pass to White.
Kenny Gang, be ready for me. Bjorn's face with tears of joy. Face with tears of joy. 100 points. Crown flexed biceps. Medium skin tone 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 flexed biceps. Medium skin tone.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're a perimeter defendant, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And, you know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Horford goes in. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. Rebound, Boston. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Reed with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Minnesota on D. Leading by 5. Pass to Tillman. In the corner, Horford with it. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, it's so hard to stop Horford when he's that physical down low. Most defenders have a tough time dealing with him.
Here's Henderson. Morris looking over the floor. To the paint. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Reed. Hits the three-point bomb.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Pritchard. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight.
16.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Back to Reed. Off target with his 3. Celtics trailed by 4. And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
They've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Tatum. Inside, Tatum.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Here's Henderson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And a dunk by Horford.
How about Horford showing you that he knows a little bit about elevation? Big fella bouncing to the rack.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Rudy Gobert is a fierce competitor. He says the average fan might not understand what I bring to the table, but the GMs in the league do. I want to be the best defensive player of all time. I want to be a force, and I want to win championships. I've got to set the tone every night. Kevin?
And he does. He is a stopper, no doubt about it. David, thank you. Greg, there's been a scoring surge throughout the league. Is that due to poor defense, or is it to the rising talent level?
Listen, teams are still defending, and the rules might have helped some. There's no doubt that there's not as much grabbing and holding. But these guys are scoring from all over the court and doing things we've just never seen before.
Here is Edwards. 7 points in the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And the rejection by Tatum.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter. Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Holiday. Stolen by Conley. Inside. Edwards.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Make some noise.
The first one falls. And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype. He has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
Porzingis can't hit.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
They get it again. Towns wide open. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
In the 2016 and 17 drafts, GA, Boston ended up with the 3rd pick overall both of those years.
And they nailed those picks, getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum back-to-back, setting up their franchise for years.
Clock is at 3. Pass to Towns. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's White, defended by Towns. That 3 off the mark. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Drives to the hoop.
Gobert can look over the top with just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 9. Back to White. Over Conley. And misses it off the right side of the rim. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
To the left wing. Back to Towns. The shot. Another miss by Towns.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Right side Towns. 2 on the clock.
You know, it's good seeing Porzingis work really hard on the defensive end. Does a nice job staying in position and contesting and challenging the shot without fouling.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boston trails. In the corner. Tatum with it. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Morris outside. Takes it off the glass.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Holiday with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Brown jams it in.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
And Greg, the massive contract extension for Jaylen Brown this past summer, for a time, the richest in NBA history.
You gotta pay to play, or in this case, to contend for titles. With Tatum and Brown, the Celtics have that opportunity.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Timberwolves have gone Twin Towers with Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Gobert says, I love playing with another dominant big because I've always thought that I could pass. I know that I can make guys around me better. That says we complement each other. He's a generational talent on defense, and I think I'm a generational talent on offense. Kevin, I'm a generational talent on sidelines.
You are indeed, and that's why you are in Springfield. No argument here, David. Thank you. To the inside.
Mira mi trophy case, como lo combino. En mi combo todos son finos, como los violines. Los tuyos se van de la sala el día que tu movie se termine. Los míos se quedan hasta que Dios nos enseñe los créditos. Leyenda como el sol, sí, como el sol de México. Cuando Curry no existía, ya casi no las metía. Fácil desde el lobo, muchos que decían que mi no